Can you tell me more about the benefits of Kalignite Hypervisor?
So the first thing is that the Kalignite Hypervisor is able to run on and support all the hardware. It's not just hardware that today is certified for Windows 10, but also hardware that's older because Linux supports that, because Red Hat supports that hardware. So it means that the Windows 10 environment that wouldn't be certified to run on older hardware can now be run in a supported and PCI compliant manner on older hardware. So why is that good for the bank? Well, just means that they don't need to upgrade the hardware, and that's not a cheap option, right? Because it's not just the cost of the motherboard upgrade in terms of what is the price of the motherboard. It's a whole big project. You've got to organize sending people to those ATMs, and we're talking ATMs, so that means that they could be anywhere in the country. They could be in Siberia, or they could be in Manhattan. And which one's more expensive, I don't know, but it's a very expensive thing to do, to go and change that hardware. And then, of course, all the security around that. Imagine through-the-wall ATM in Manhattan that you need to upgrade and change, and all the security around that. These are very expensive projects for banks, right? So you might say, well, motherboard upgrade, maybe the motherboard is X $1,000, it's not so expensive. But think about all the rest of the cost of what you need to do in order to organize these projects. And imagine a bank that has 10,000 ATMs. It's a big, huge upgrade project, very expensive. And most importantly, while you're doing that, you're not doing all the other things you could have been doing, that is customer focused. Because from a customer perspective, this doesn't actually bring something immediately valuable to the customer. For the customer, it's the same old software. You've changed the operating system, and it hasn't really made any difference, right? So it's a big cost just for regulatory compliance. So we take that away. The hypervisor concept allows the bank to run the latest software, even on all the hardware. But most importantly, if you consider that banks have hardware of different ages on their ATM network, a big bank that has, say, 10,000 ATMs might have 1,000 ATMs that they bought this year, 1,000 the year before, 1,000 the year before, and so on. Which means that over a 10-year period, they might have 10 different batches of ATM hardware. Now, with our Kalignite Hypervisor concept, it allows the bank to run the latest software, a single software version right across all that hardware. Okay, that's a huge simplification of the management of all of that, but also a huge reduction in cost because you don't have to keep upgrading that hardware.